ESXi host into vCenter. The first step in doing so is to actually create a data center. A data center is effectively the boundary of administration for all the different hosts that we're going to pull into this particular vCenter server. If I choose New Data Center here, I can give it a name. I'll call it My Data Center. And once I've created that data center, the next step is to actually add in the hosts into the data center. If I right-click and choose New Host, it'll give me the option of selecting what hosts are available. I'll choose esx1.company.pri, and then the username and password that's associated for logging on into that host. In this case, that'll be root, and then the password that I entered in whenever I installed ESX1. If I choose the next button here, it will show me that it's unable to verify the authenticity of the specified host. And here's the SHA-1 thumbprint that this host is saying that it actually is, 07DAADCD. I want to make sure that that matches here with the SHA-1 thumbprint that the host says it is in this screen as well, 07DAADCD. This seems to be the right host, so I can actually go through and choose yes here. Ensuring this makes sure that I don't have some sort of security hole where some inappropriate person is attempting to spoof the fact that they are indeed ESX1. So this protects me against any kind of man-in-the-middle attack or any kind of real security hole that I might get whenever I complete that initial authorization and authentication to bringing this host into my vCenter server. Choose the next button here. And next again, I can now choose an existing license key to assign to this host. Now I don't actually have license keys here because I'm using evaluation mode, but if I did, I could assign a new license key to this host by selecting the bottom dialog box here and choosing Enter Key. Punch in the license key in here, and that will assign that license key to this ESXi host. I'm running in evaluation mode. I don't need a license key at this point, so I'll choose the top radio button here and choose No License Key. On the next button here, I have lockdown mode. And what lockdown mode is, it provides a way to greatly increase the security posture of the ESXi host that I'm bringing into this vCenter environment. Now, if you think about an ESX host is an instance of the vkernel with some additional wrapper code that we'll kind of call Linux because there's not really a better word to use to describe it, but it's not really a true version of Linux. The fact that it is Linux-like means that you could actually open up an SSH connection or a local shell connection to dig into that instance to actually configure and make changes to that host. Now, doing so actually opens up and makes larger the attack surface of that ESXi host. On the other hand, if I wanted to, I could actually involve lockdown mode here, which would lock down that server ESX1 so that the only things it would do, the only actions that it would actually attempt to accomplish are those that have been specifically instructed by the vCenter server. Now, doing so means that I've reduced the attack surface area of that ESX host and improved my security posture, but doing so also means that I can't actually log in to the Linux-like portion of that ESX host to do some manual configuration. So in this case, I'm going to leave it enabled, but your security environment or your security policies may require you to enable lockdown mode because indeed this does actually improve the security posture of